Now students, in this video I am discussing the case number 5, addition of a new constraint. So now a new constraint is added. In the previous case new variable is added, however here we are having a new constraint. So addition of a new constraint may or may not affect the feasibility of the current optimum solution. That means if you substitute the current optimum solution in the constraint, then you will see that there are two cases. Either current optimum solution exactly satisfies the constraint, then optimality and feasibility is not disturbed. And if solution does not satisfy the constraint, that means optimality or feasibility may be disturbed. Fine. So here for this it is sufficient to check whether the new constraint is satisfied by the current optimum solution or not. If it is satisfied, then the inclusion of the constraint has no effect on the current optimum solution. That is, it remains feasible as well as optimum. अगर नया constraint और जो हमारा ऑप्टिमम सॉल्यूशन है वो दोनों वो उसको सेटिस्फाई कर देते हैं कंस्ट्रेंट को, तो वो सॉल्यूशन हमारा ऑप्टिमम और फिजिबल रहेगा, कोई कुछ करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. लेकिन अगर उसको सेटिस्फाई नहीं करता है करंट सॉल्यूशन हमारे नए कंस्ट्रेंट को, दैट मीन आइदर फिजिबिलिटी इज डिस्टर्ब और ऑप्टिमैलिटी इज डिस्टर्ब. फाइन. सो इफ हाउएवर द करंट कंस्ट्रेंट इज नॉट सेटिस्फाइड, द करंट ऑप्टिमम सॉल्यूशन बिकम्स इनफिजिबल. अगर उसको सेटिस्फाई नहीं कर रहा है इसका मतलब उस रेंज से बाहर है, तो इनफिजिबल हो गया. और ऑप्टिमैलिटी तो हम निकालेंगे ही, सो इनफिजिबल है. दैट्स व्हाई डुअल सिंप्लेक्स मेथड इज देन यूज्ड टू फाइंड द न्यू ऑप्टिमम सॉल्यूशन. दिस इज द वेरी सिंपल वे. सो लेट अस सी. सो सपोज वी हैव दिस प्रॉब्लम fine, and this is the optimum table. This is the optimum table. So this is the problem, this is the initial table, this is the identity matrix, and then finally we get this optimum solution. Fine. We have already discussed this, taken this example in previous case. Let's see. Now a new constraint is added. Sorry. A new constraint is added, which is this 2x1 plus 3x2 is less than equal to 24. Fine. So first we will check whether the current solution satisfies this constraint or not. What is the solution? x3 is 4, x2 is 9 and x4 is 6. If you substitute it here, then here 2x1, x1 is 0, x2 is 9, so 0 plus 9 into 3 is 27. So 27 is not less than 24. That's why current solution does not satisfy this. So that's why we have to move further. So what we will do, just add a slack variable here first. So now we are having 2x1 plus 3x2 plus x6 is equals to 24. So this is a new slack variable. Now insert this constraint in this table, final table. Fine. So what is this? The table now. This is the table. If you will look at the previous table, optimum table, this was the optimum table. Now you are inserting another constraint here. Constraint is this 2x1 plus 3x2 plus x6 is equals to 24. Fine. So how to insert this? Let's see. First you have to insert this. What is the coefficient of x1 is 2. So write down 2 here. So this table is as it is, same. This table and this table, they are same. Here we are writing x6 column, slack variable column, and this new constraint and this column. So here we have 2 coefficient of x1, here is 3, here is 2, so there is 2. Here is 3 coefficient of x2, so write down 3 here. Then there is no x3, so 0. There is no x4, so 0. There is no x5, so 0. Here is x6, so coefficient is 1. Fine. And since x6 is a variable which is used in the current, so obviously ये x6 पुराने वाले कंस्टेंट्स में तो आया नहीं होगा, तो 0 0 0. फाइन. सो दिस इज 0 0 0 and right hand side is 24. Right hand side is 24. So this is the new दिस इज द न्यू कंस्ट्रेंट, न्यू कॉलम. सो पुरानी टेबल ये है, सिर्फ हमने इसमें x6 और नया कंस्ट्रेंट ऐड किया है. फाइन. एंड दिस इज एज इट इज सेम. हियर इज जीरो, हियर इज जीरो, बिकॉज हमें इसको एज ए बेसिक वेरिएबल ट्रीट करना है x6 को. सो देयर विल बी अ जीरो. ऑब्जेक्टिव फंक्शन में भी जीरो ही रहा होगा. सो नाउ दिस इज द टेबल. नाउ यू विल सी x2 column is a basic column, so there should be a 0. x3 is a basic column, here is already 0 0 0. x4 is basic column, already 0 0 0, so no problem. Only problem is here, x2 is a basic variable and there should be a 0. So just apply the elementary operations, so we get this revised table. After doing the calculation you will see that here is a -3. So now solution becomes infeasible. So now apply the dual simplex method. So x6 leaves the basis and now move in this row. Here is a negative value, here is a negative value. Find the minimum ratio. Minimum ratio is 9/5 and 5/3. And so minimum ratio is 5/3, which is associated with this. Apply the elementary operations and get the solution. This is the required solution. x1 is 0, x2 is 8 and maximum z is 40. So this is the procedure. Fine. So important point is that we have to insert new constraint here and slack variable here. Nothing else. Fine. Thank you.